dinner table. Soft light glinting off her glass. She tilts her head, asks a question that sounds like affection. Would you still like me if... It's not curiosity, it's reconnaissance. Charm, in Machiavelli's frame, is a weapon wrapped in silk. It flatters so you lower guard, so she can map your edges. Every smile is a mirror angled toward your control points. You mistake warmth for trust. You think passing her test earns safety. In the attention economy, tests replace talk. A late reply, a subtle withdrawal, a compliment edged with doubt. Each one measures your emotional discipline. She's not cruel, she's strategic. You live inside a game of scarcity. The courtiers did it first, smiling while they watched their prince react. A flinch meant weakness. A pause meant strength. You still play that same court. Your phone is the throne. Your composure, the crown she checks for cracks. Look close when affection shifts to evaluation. Her gaze narrows, softens, waits. That's the real test beginning. Your task isn't to please, it's to observe. Every test begins as flattery. Power never asks to be trusted, it verifies. Every ruler, every partner, every crowd does the same. Machiavelli understood that testing is not cruelty, it is security. Predictability is a crack in the armor, inviting hands that will pry it wider. A prince once feigned mercy to see who would kneel. The loyal stayed measured. The opportunists rushed in. That single gesture drew a map of hidden motives. She does the same when she bends your boundaries softly. You think consistency equals virtue. She reads it as control she can forecast. In the forge of power, heat reveals composition. Testing is the hammer strike, the silence that follows. When you flinch, she learns the metal is still green. When you hold still, the shape hardens into respect. You forget that mystery sustains attention. The attention economy rewards the uncertain signal. Scarcity, not explanation, creates focus. Every response window you extend becomes an offer of predictability. Every withheld reaction becomes proof of sovereignty. You are teaching her the rules you live without saying them. Machiavelli would call this the politics of affection. She measures your steadiness the way states measure treaties. One broken stance, one overreaction, and the hierarchy tilts. To her, chaos signals danger. Calm signals a man with structure. She's not seeking comfort, she's testing stability under pressure. Delay your explanations. Let silence measure her curiosity. Let her wonder which part of you is strategy and which is heart. That distance is not punishment, it's governance. Once you understand the motive behind her test, you stop taking it personally. Transparency feels righteous, and then the bill arrives. Machiavelli calls the bill leverage, not morality. Revealed motives become handles in dating dynamics. You call it openness. She calls it data, guard standards, keep coordinates sealed, firm behind boundaries. Diplomats confessed urgency and paid in coin. Merchants confessed deadlines and paid in heavier margin. Lovers confessed fear and paid in obedience. This is not romance, it is pricing power. In attention economy, confession is a public auction. Chess never rewards the narrator of moves. Announce your plan, and social proof drifts pieces. Her micro-contradictions are mirrors, not insults. She watches which square you defend or surrender. You narrate moves she hasn't earned to see. Machiavelli's lesson is plain, not cruel. Predictability invites soft velvet management easily. Explain a feeling, and it becomes negotiable. Explain rule, and response windows become enforceable. Choose revealed standards over exposed specifics. Keep scarcity intact. Dating dynamics punish the eager explainer. Early reassurance breeds late contempt. You think transparency buys trust, it buys supervision. You think consistency is virtue, she hears forecastable habit. Masculine sovereignty requires response windows that protect rhythm. Social proof tempts you to overshare for applause. Metrics drip like thick sugar. Screens reward spectacle, not deep self-respect. Every intimate update becomes a breadcrumb trail. She learns your pace and prices your patience accordingly. Hold a mirror to your impulse to confess. Is it clarity or a bid for control? If it's control, the price will be obedience. If it's clarity, proof lives in delivery. Stop pre-explaining. Let results and social proof speak. Set rules you live and speak them sparsely. Reaffirm boundaries without touring your weaknesses. Keep the mystery, but not the chaos. Her tests shrink when your rhythm holds. Wait through silence. Let response windows do the lifting. When the glass shatters, the pieces are labels. You gave them away, one story at a time. Now every shard cuts in the attention economy. Close your hand. Let the mirror reflect, not confess. Negotiators read breath as carefully as numbers. Say, I must, and the price inflates. Say, I can walk, and the floor lowers. She hears your ceilings when you narrate deadlines. Silence and response windows keep ceilings invisible. Your calendar is a map of leverage. Publish gaps and invitations multiply. Publish worry and persuasion scripts arrive. Protect response windows. Let calm pace teach respect. You lead tempo when you refuse hurry. Openness has a right place and scale. Standards belong in daylight. Tactics in attention, economy, shadow. Reveal values, not coordinates. Reveal outcomes, not anxieties. You don't hide truth. You hide sharp handles. To see the game, you must stop announcing your hand. You didn't find the test. You trained it. Machiavelli would say, softness plants rebellion. Every quick yes, every rush to soothe, invites push. She learns pressure works because presence arrives. You reward pressure with presence, and the loop hardens. Look into the mirror, not at her. Approval hunger bends your rules you live. Read receipts on, replies instant, heart on loudspeaker. In the attention economy, speed signals availability. The exhale is simple. You made scarcity vanish by volunteering yourself. Indulgent princes lost order by courting smiles. Favor without cost taught courtiers to escalate. You repeat that pattern when apologies arrive first. She notes the forecastable rhythm and widens entries. You build her courage to test harder, expecting rescue. Dating dynamics run on gravity, not noise. When you chase, gravity flips and she orbits out. When you pause, the field returns to center. Response windows teach value more than speeches. The exhale is discipline over display, rhythm over rush. Forge the habit where silence cools the blade. 1 beat, 2 beats, then decide if reply is earned. Machiavelli prizes steadiness when incentives pull sideways. Your pace is policy, not mood for the moment. Hold it until your chest stops reaching for applause. She isn't villain, she is signal seeker. Probes appear as jokes, delays, tiny contradictions. They map your boundaries by measuring deviation. If deviation equals access, the map expands. The exhale is clarity. Access follows structure, not pleading. Masculine sovereignty is a calm tempo. You are not a kiosk for instant reassurance. Choose standards over access. Choose delivery over narration. Social proof belongs to outcomes, not overtures. Let suspense breathe while your work speaks in daylight. Publish outcomes. Keep coordinates unlisted. In dating dynamics, oversharing auctions leverage. Boundaries tighten when response windows hold steady. You think openness buys trust. It buys supervision instead. Choose mystery with standards. The mirror respects scarcity. Calendar your focus. Deny urgency the steering wheel. Make peace with silence. It grows your gravity. Hold ground. Delay the first. Reply and watch the mirror. Feel the pull to fix everything at once. Let it pass like heat around the clock face. Then answer from structure, not fear of losing her. Once you slow the rhythm, you change the script. She pushes, then protests when you hold still with authority. Machiavelli reads the complaint as measure. Resistance scans edges for soft entries. She resists the wall, yet seeks shelter behind it. You think peace keeps love alive in dating dynamics. Tension breathes it. A throne stands quiet as rooms tilt. Authority is not volume. It is gravity with calm authority. She circles calm like weather around a mountain with calm authority. Harmony without firmness dissolves into restless tests online. You confuse harmony with attraction. She reads drift with calm authority. Courts once admired strict rulers over lenient charm with calm authority. Predictability bred contempt. Steadiness bred trust and fear. Consider the attention economy that rewards surprise with calm authority. If she predicts your answer, value bleeds quickly. Scarcity rests on response windows, not constant access with calm authority. Storm signs appear as teasing jabs, playful retreats. Each one checks patience under pressure in messaging. Apology floods invite more rain the next time. Hold still and cloud breaks around you. But with calm authority, boundaries feel dry, then nourishing when storm passes. Dating dynamics run on clear stakes and pace. When you chase, her orbit expands and cools. When you anchor, heat concentrates near center. She presses harder, the instant rhythm crumbles. You mistake compliance for kindness. She reads leverage. Machiavelli's lesson is simple, though easily missed. Order precedes affection, not the other way. Softness first creates hunger without gratitude. Firmness first sets response windows that respect limits. Masculine sovereignty speaks few words and keeps time. A throne without ritual invites casual hands. Your rituals are rules you live in public. Arrivals, departures, and replies teach valuation quietly. Publish fewer coordinates and elevate revealed standards. Attention economy metrics cannot price quiet confidence. Let her wind test knots in your sails. Name your course once, return to the wheel. If she storms through notifications, secure the deck and watch. Panic is a mutiny you stage against yourself. Hold your frame through her storm. Breathe once longer. You think peace means avoiding all friction on screens forever. Peace in practice is direction tolerated by resistance. She may push because structure promises certainty. She stays because certainty protects what she values. Choose stillness over scramble. Choose center over rush. When love feels loud, lower the instruments and listen. If meaning is there, results will declare it. If meaning is gone, silence will show it. You lead when you stop auditioning for approval. To keep respect, you must stay still when tested. Choose rules you live before the room chooses for you. Machiavelli values discipline in delivery, not noisy promises. A schedule beats charisma when decisions bruise feelings. You set tempo, you don't chase it. Start with the board, not the piece you desire. Chess rewards position before any clever tactic. Place work, training, recovery, and fixed squares. You prove value by delivery, not presence. Batch communication inside narrow response windows, then leave. Attention economy platforms harvest impulse and leak sovereignty. Silence is a policy, not a sulk. You are not late. You are leading tempo. State outcomes once, stop touring your steps. Scarcity grows when specifics stay unspoken till results appear. Mystery without chaos signals boundaries and competence. You think narration builds trust. Results build gravity. Practice the forge rule when emotions flare. Heat arrives. Do not strike while metal is wild. Breathe, walk, decide after temperature drops. You mistake urgency for love. She hears panic for leadership. Rehearse steady answers to predictable provocations. Short, humane, repeatable phrases prevent escalation loops. Dating dynamics calm down when patterns feel consistent. You think novelty charms her. Predictability under pressure earns respect. Calendar protected blocks for deep work and recovery. Guard arrivals, departures, and replies like ceremonies. Rituals teach value more softly than lectures. You think talk persuades. Cadence persuades without argument. Publish standards, not coordinates, in every domain. I don't explain decisions for 24 hours ends chasing. Scarcity here protects attention. Boundaries no longer require performance. Install a no explanation window after each decision. Audit your feeds, rings, badges, and late scrolls. Disable read receipts. Stop broadcasting breath like weather. Treat your phone like fireplace tools use. Cool, return. You think vigilance keeps connection. It keeps anxiety on drip. Train allies to respect your cadence publicly. Post office hours once. Keep them. Leaders model boundaries so followers feel safe exhaling. Let social proof come from outcomes, not previews. If she presses, hold still and finish your delivery. A quiet throne stands while storms try the roof. When your rhythm is stable, she adapts to it. You were not hunted by tests. You were noticed by instinct. Machiavelli treats instinct as the city's guard at night. She checks the gate, not to wound, but to sleep. Security scans for cracks where chaos enters. You don't fight instinct, you frame it. Think forge, not courtroom heat interrogates. It does not accuse. A sharp glance, a playful contradiction, a delayed reply. These are thermometers, not daggers, in dating dynamics. They measure whether your rules you live hold. You lead by clarity, not control. Allies respected power they understood and could predict. Courts trusted leaders who explained standards, then delivered. She follows the same logic inside boundaries. When your stance is readable, friction lowers without lectures. The exhale is simple. Structure softens fear and preserves warmth. In the attention economy, noise impersonates intimacy convincingly. Endless explaining floods connection until value dissolves. Quiet procedures restore masculine sovereignty without theater. Post fewer coordinates. Keep response windows steady. Results carry social proof better than vows. Here the cameo arrives briefly. Jung calls this individuation. You integrate the impulse to appease into discipline. You stop begging mirrors for approval. Your calm becomes direction that others can share. The exhale is integration felt as ordinary steadiness. Remember, she is not a prosecutor, she is weather. Pressure fronts, test frames, then clear for movement. If you wobble, the forecast predicts more storms. If you hold, the air organizes around you. She seeks gravity, not spectacle, when choosing closeness. Practical terms are boring and necessary like breath. Batch replies, protect focus blocks, exit arguments politely, state outcomes once, end negotiations with consistent cadence, publish standards, not anxieties, in every channel. Scarcity is care for both of you. Two mirrors can share one flame without stealing light. Name what you value. Guard how you reach it. Share directions, not deadlines. Share values, not confessions. Acknowledge the test privately, not verbally. Let warmth return because structure made room. Hold posture when provoked. Boundaries signal safety under pressure. Dating dynamics reward steadiness. Choose tempo, let silence teach. You think kindness means access without limits. Kindness with limits becomes trust that survives stress. She can relax because leadership absorbed the risk. You can relax because purpose holds the frame. Acceptance completes control. Love is not beyond politics. It is governed quietly. Machiavelli names the duty. Protect order, preserve warmth. Leadership in the home mirrors the city. You are not cold, you are clear. A throne is a chair that holds a storm. Calm authority absorbs pressure without leaking panic. She tests boundaries to measure safety, not to wound. You lead the emotion, not drown in it. Order and mercy must coexist to last. Structure prevents cruelty. Kindness prevents hardness from calcifying. In dating dynamics, people trust pace more than speeches. Explain less, deliver more. The flame steadies because the base is stone. The attention economy auctions your certainty for applause. Response windows are policies, not apologies to the crowd. You keep scarcity so intimacy is not public property. You think access is love. Access without limits breeds contempt. Set rules, you live the same way kings set rights. Arrivals, departures, and replies become ceremonial time. Your rituals translate values when language fails under heat. You think, talk, fixes, fear. Cadence cures fear by pattern. Chess teaches that tempo matters more than show. Advance the piece only when the position warrants it. Hold center, trade chaos, simplify when stakes rise. You chase harmony. Gravity appears when you stop chasing. Mercy without order invites games and exhaustion. Order without mercy breeds brittleness and secret distance. Balanced, you give yes and no without theater. You think compliance buys peace. Clarity buys respect for boundaries. Modern masculinity is quiet power in emotional markets. Publish outcomes, not coordinates, to protect attention and focus. Let social proof arise from delivery others can witness. You mistake noise for connection. Presence is built in silence. Compassion in strategy keeps the room human. Masculine sovereignty means care with firm edges. State values once. Enforce them the same for both. You don't dominate. You steward heat into useful light. Practical care has sharp edges and soft hands. End. Unproductive threads before they rot goodwill. Offer direction once, then return attention to work. You think apology repairs everything. Repaired rhythm repairs nearly everything. End one conversation before it decays into static. Close the tab. Put the phone face down. Breathe. If meaning survives, it will meet you tomorrow. Walk, don't explain. Results make the case quietly.